Hello world, it's Curtis Potter with Boundless Inspiration. I just got to take a deep breath because this is one thing that hurts so much in life. Last week I got 2 messages of people that passed away that I know. Now, unfortunately, one of them, I knew the day was going to come because it was someone that I mentored and he was a struggling drug addict. And unfortunately, I knew. I was like, man, this person is just on this path of destruction between going to jail, doing drugs while in jail, getting out, doing harder, more drugs, just getting back in jail. It's just that back and forth. So I knew that day was going to come, unfortunately. I was hoping it wouldn't, but I knew it was a possibility. Now, the other person that passed away, I'm like, damn. That's sad because this was a person who cared about his health, who was an amazing person. It was actually an old boss of mine. And I interviewed at this place. I got a job. I was working there for like a month and a half. And I had I wasn't out looking for another job, but I had somebody offer me another job where my pay like almost doubled. And everything seemed to be just really elevation overall. And I had to take the job. And the manager came to me, called me into his office like halfway through the day, my last day there. It was one of those jobs where I was like, I didn't even give my 2 weeks notice. I only been there a month and a half. And I was like, I wanted to, but at the same time, I was in a financial bind where I was like, if I tell them I'm going to give a 2 week notice, they're probably going to be like, see ya, man. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you, right? So I got called into his office halfway through the day and he said, hey, you're going to go work a new job, huh? And I was like, obviously, I told a couple people. Somebody was a little snitch, like, hey, I'm going to brown nose to the boss, and somehow they thought that was going to help them, people like that. But the guy said, I've been watching your productivity. It was a call center type job. And he's like, you have still been making the same amount of calls every single day this week, including today. Like, you're on track to break what's a requirement. I think there was like 60 calls a day. And he's like, dude, you're almost already there. Like, you already put in the notes where whoever takes your place is likely going to be able to land that contract because of the conversations that you had. He's like, so whenever they told me, I was instantly going to say, deuces, you're out of here. He was like, but I appreciate the maturity you have to continue grinding through the end of your shift. So if today's your last day, I just want to thank you, man. You're a good dude. Like, I know I've only been around you for a month and a half that you've been working here. He's like, but man, I see a lot of potential in you, and I know that you're going to make it far, especially because, see, relationships are not all about when you first meet them. That's only part of it. You can't put this facade. And see, that's the problem with relationships. It's not about how you go into it. It's the in-between and how you exit it. I could have been like, F you, see you later. I could have just like been in the restroom a bunch of times, playing on my phone, doing whatever, stealing from the company, getting paid to do a job that I wasn't doing. That's stealing. But it was a great experience. I was like, dude, you're a cool dude, man. And I'm glad that you didn't just flip off the handle and say, fired, see ya. Like, he took the time to be like, you know what, let me look into this just a little bit, right? That was something amazing about this man that passed away. And see, as I was looking at like the obituary and all the comments on his social media, I was like, the things that people had to say about this man, he was just such a great man and had taught so many valuable lessons and had given so much love to the world that even though I believe he died too soon, I'm questioning our maker of, hey, is their plan better than ours? But even his kids was like, man, I couldn't have been blessed with a better father. His friends, I couldn't be blessed with a better friend. Like, he was into coaching. The people from the sports teams, like, man, he was such an amazing coach. He was such an amazing boss. For me, he was such an amazing boss. And I just ask you, like, what legacy are you leaving? You know what? Like, he didn't go make millions and millions of dollars creating this massive mastermind and multi-billion-dollar business, or, you know, the inventor of some crazy thing that killed cancer or nothing like that. But I still think that he was an amazing man by the relationships that he created, the space that he gave people where they could feel like they could be their authentic self. Like, he was very non-judgmental. He was very understanding. Like, he cared enough to understand, like, dude, why are you leaving? Is it because of us? Is it because of whatever? And I was like, no, man, I was actually just out here on Georgia Street eating lunch at Food Truck Fridays. And a buddy ran into me, he was like, Curtis, what's up, man? Dude, I'm working here and you gotta come work with me. Dude made $200K his last year at the place that we were both working. And I was like, dude, I wasn't looking for another job. Like, I just got this job. I was happy with this job. Like, it's cool. But I just had I was like, this is what they're gonna be paying me. And this is my commission rate. And my buddy that worked there just made 200 racks, and they won't let you work over 42 hours a week. And he's like, dude, you got to take that job, man. He's like, you're going to be making more than me. You got to take that job. And he was so understanding. So I just ask you, what legacy are you leaving? If you died today, what's your obituary going to say? That hash mark on your tombstone. You know, you get one saying on your tombstone, and it's all about the dash. You were born here, you died here. What was that in between? I'm not telling you have to be something amazing, but how are you as a friend? How are you as a boss, as a business owner, as a spouse? Yeah, you gotta invest in you, but how are you giving? How are you seen to the world? Now, never mind the haters, the bullshitters, whatever. But you know what? If there's 50 people saying, hey, you're this blah, 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 maybe it's time to look in the mirror and see, what legacy are you leaving in this world? How many lives are you affecting? Because you know what? God doesn't have to give you another day. And it's likely not even for you. He didn't give me another day today because of me. He gave me another day today because he knew that I was going to make these videos that could help the world and leave a legacy. These videos are going to outlive me. And Macklemore even said, you die twice. The first time you die when you're buried in the grave. The second time is the last time somebody says your name. So how long are people going to say your name and the great things that are attached to it? That's the legacy you're leaving. If you have any comments that you would like to share that can help other people on this journey of creating an amazing legacy, put that in the comment section. Maybe if you're not one to feel like egotistical or anything and you don't want to put nothing about you, put in the comment section something about somebody that's passed away and they were amazing and created an amazing legacy. Doesn't have to be materialistic or anything like that. Just, hey, put something amazing about somebody. When I ask this question, you're like, ooh, I know exactly who I want to put. My grandma, great-grandparent, an old boss, a neighbor, a this or that. Put it in the comment section so it can just inspire us all to become a better version of ourselves and leave an amazing legacy so we can leave this world better than we found it. I love you all. Every single day we're becoming boundless. Have a great day.